All right, so as we were doing the make ready on this unit here at Bradford Mills Lofts, we noticed that the wash and spin light were flashing simultaneously. On these General Electric unitized washer-dryer combos, that indicates that this washer and dryer is in critical error mode. Now, if it's in critical error mode, you do have some options. In order to get into troubleshooting mode, which will tell you what the issue is, you take your indicator, and what you would do is you would put it at any other position than 6 o'clock. And then you would take and press and hold in your start, pause, and your fabric softener button at the same time. So you'll hold them in for 3 seconds. While you're holding them in, you'll move your indicator at the end of the first 3 seconds down to the 6 o'clock position. And then you'll continue to hold these buttons for 3 more seconds. When you release them, you should see all of your LEDs start flashing, and that indicates that you are in troubleshooting mode. And then you can turn your dial, and there's a sheet that'll tell you each click of the dial, you're testing another component on the machine. We've tried this. And it will not go into troubleshooting mode, which indicates to us that the main control board has failed on this unit. So what this video is going to do is it's going to show you how to change out the main control board on this. And we'll also go into a few other little things on what you can do with these washers and dryers. So the first thing we'll want to do, and for safety, is we want to make sure that the unit doesn't have any power. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to reach back behind the unit and unplug it. You could as well turn the breaker off, whatever you need to do to de-energize the unit. On this one, we have two screws. We have one right here and one right here. And so simply what we're going to do is we're going to remove these screws. Alright, with the screws removed, we can obviously take that panel off. Taking the panel off exposes the main control board here. Obviously, there are a bunch of connectors here for this. Simply all we want to do is we just want to start removing the connectors. If you're concerned about remembering where they go, you can take a picture, short video of where the connectors go to. But they only plug into each item, and they're kind of wired to length to go to where they go. So all we're doing is simply removing these plug-ins. And with all the plug-ins moved and out of the way, we have 2 screws right here that we'll need to remove to get the board out. So simply remove these 2 screws, and with the screws out, we can slide the board over this way, and then the board comes out. Some replacement boards actually come with the bracket. You can just simply put the whole bracket on there. Some of them only come with the control board, at which point it's just 2 tabs right here. You pop those, and there's a screw in the center here. You remove the board, put it on the old bracket, slide it back in, put your wires back on. And it's as simple as that to replace the control board. Another thing I wanted to show you real quick, while we have the unit down, it's a good opportunity to check the belt, check the suspension on the tub, a few little PM things. With these units, the way to access the tub is right about in this location. If you pop it right there, and the same right here, about right there, it releases the 2 clips that hold this in. And what you can do is you can simply remove this cover. And with the cover removed, you can get down here. You can check your motor, you can check your suspension rods, your ties, the pump, your capacitor. You can access a lot of the components. These are really designed to be able to move in and out without necessarily having to get behind it. As usually there's some pretty tight spaces. With the cover off, you see you can access the vent, you can access your water lines right here, which will help you in, again, if you need to move the unit out and it's in a tight space, as these typically are. As you can see, they're in a closet, they're shoved in there, so it's a little bit of a benefit to be able to get to those. And putting it back together is just simply the reverse of what we've taken apart, and that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and be happy to answer any of them. Thanks.